Hey, welcome to Curse of Strahd Campaign Codex edition. Um, I thought I would show you a little bit on how I'm setting up Curse of Strahd using Campaign Codex. So I won't go super in depth, I think, this time, but once I've got it all completely finished, I think, I'll do a proper overview. But at the moment, I've got this awesome map by DM Andy, and I've been slowly kind of keying this in with campaign codex sheets. So I'm using like map notes for the smaller pieces, which are linked off to like these larger sheets, uh, and then I also have got like location sheets for more interesting uh, locations where something might happen, or there's an actor dropper, or I've got some holding images that I want to pull up, or I've got a battle map scene. If they hang around too long, the dire wolves are going to come out. So I kind of got that, and inventory kind of thing. Even just like the gates of Barovia. It I've got a scene that I might use, but I'm not too sure. But I definitely have these holding images by James RPG Art that I definitely want to use. So I've got those as locations that I can just pull up nice and easy. And then within that, I'll give you a quick overview of Barovia. So the village of Barovia, I've got set up as a region because I've decided that things that have things inside them are going to be regions, whereas like stuff like Barovia, the Gates of Barovia, and Sarlacc Woods are more kind of a single thing. Um, so here we can jump to like the Village of Barovia map, for example, and I've kind of keyed this out just by drag and dropping these locations on here. So for example, if I get rid of Dream Pastries off the map, I can go ahead and like drag that location off to the map. Uh, and I've got a little macro to make it red because that's kind of where I'm going for these. And if we open up Dream Pastries, you see I've got the map marker here, DP, and then I've got a little inventory. I've got Morgantha linked off as an NPC because I've got a little bit of information that I run with them. And then I've got notes about how I'm running the Dream Pastries, and then this is just the adventure modules information about the Dream Pastries, and then I've got the actor dropper with the actors if I need to get to the character sheets at all. I've got the 2024 kind of Night Hag, and then the Morgantha one. I'm not entirely sure which version I run, probably the original. Um, and then from within here, we've got our store, so Buildriths. For example, I've set up a restocking table of adventuring gear. I've decided they're not going to have access to absolutely everything. I will stock it randomly, and then they've got their kind of times 10 markup. No one gets free water in Barovia. Come on. And then, NPCs, I'm going to flesh out Periwinkle a little bit. I think he might be a little bit of an antagonist in the Vine Tavern as well. And then we also have got uh, scenes that we can link on in. And I just realized I have not linked in Buildriths, so I will link that over. I'm not sure if I'm going to particularly use it, but we will see. So this is just asset librarian. You can get in here and search for things nice and easy. If you need something, you can look with the filters as well. Um, so that way we've got anyway, Buildriths Mercantile. We've got that set up as a scene, and then stuff like the church, for example, has got some nice keyed locations. So if we jump onto that one, we can jump into the scene, and you'll see we've got some nice map notes. Very dark underground, of course, and we've got a Doru under there with this little frozen scream. But yeah, we've got map notes in here, so we can easily kind of run what happens And you'll note here we've got map notes is turned off. So these are the map notes. I don't need to edit these anymore, so I don't need them taking up space on my sheet. I can turn them off and they won't show on the sheet, but the map notes still work. So it's easy enough to run this. I probably don't need to jump into this too much in the main journal, but if I need to, I can open a map note and it'll pull me directly to the main sheet, which makes life super easy. And then I got the inventory. If my players are feeling looty, they can get the hymns to the dawn. And then I've got NPC sheets because I'm going to flesh out Doru a little bit. And Donovich, I do like to pre-write some dialogue notes. So I'll put those into the notes as well and get it nice and fleshed out. And then from here, we can jump up to the parent region and into that map nice and easy. So it's kind of making access to all of the information and the maps all within like a region or a location super easy. I've got a secondary scene here that I can run using the scene widget, which doesn't have the coffin in it. Got actor droppers I can drop in, so if they're getting attacked by werewolves, I can drop those in nice and easy. I can up that 10 werewolves and then use the dropper to drop them around. So that's kind of how I'm going through setting it up. I'm doing kind of the same across the entire map, and this is just Barovia at the village of Barovia at the moment. So it's all kind of a little bit interlinked, and it's kind of a lot of fun to set up at the moment. I nerd out at setting this sort of stuff up. As much as I do love playing it as well, I do love the setup, and I do love jumping into this network widget and just seeing how interlinked everything kind of slowly becomes the more and more I build up a world. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I'll do something like a lot more in depth once I've got like the whole world set up. This is definitely given me an appreciation of using Campaign Codex for these pre-written modules. It's going to mean that, once I'm in Barovia, I'm just, I'm clicking on a thing and I'm reading that. I'm not having to flick to a chapter in a book. I'm not having to scroll through all the journals and finding a thing and then reading this. As well laid out as all of those things are. I'm finding this really, really useful. So anyway, jump on Discord and Patreon. Let me know if there's any kind of stuff you want me to cover off, if there's any kind of uses of Campaign Codex you want me to cover, or any feedback or anything like that. Always love hearing from you all. So yeah, thanks.